A cat only relaxes like this for one reason. There is a particular kind of stillness that only happens when a cat feels entirely safe. It is a moment where their muscles lose all tension and, quite literally, it looks as though they have melted into their surroundings. It is not the casual resting posture they adopt throughout the day, and it is not the light sleep where one ear remains angled toward the slightest sound. It is something deeper. The body loosens in a way that almost looks fragile. The paws uncurl. The jaw softens. The belly may rise and fall in slow, steady rhythm, sometimes even exposed without hesitation. In those moments, a cat is not simply resting. They are surrendering to safety. Welcome back. Today we are going to step quietly into that rare and beautiful state, the moment when a cat relaxes completely. The nervous system at peace. To understand complete relaxation in a cat, we need to understand the difference between rest and safety. Rest can occur in mild alertness. Safety requires trust. A cat's nervous system is constantly measuring their environment for threat cues. Sudden movements, unpredictable noise, unfamiliar scent changes, even tension in a human body can register as signals that prevent full release. When those signals are absent, when the territory feels predictable and stable, the body receives permission to soften. In complete relaxation, breathing slows to a deep and rhythmic pattern. Whiskers may rest neutrally instead of angled forward in curiosity or backward in caution. The tail lies without twitching. Sometimes there is a gentle stretch that ripples through the spine before the body settles again, as if the final threads of tension are dissolving. It is not dramatic. It is quiet and almost sacred. This state reflects a nervous system operating in its parasympathetic mode, the biological setting associated with repair, digestion, and recovery. For a cat to enter this mode fully, the environment must feel not just temporarily calm, but consistently secure. Security is cumulative. It is built from repeated experiences of predictability. Each day that unfolds without disruption strengthens the internal belief that the territory is safe enough to surrender control. The role of environment. Complete relaxation does not happen in chaos. Cats are deeply influenced by spatial stability. Furniture placement, familiar pathways, access to elevated vantage points, and the absence of intrusive stimuli all contribute to their sense of groundedness. Even subtle rearrangements in a room can temporarily prevent a cat from reaching their deepest level of rest because the mental map must be recalibrated. Light also plays a role. Soft, natural light often invites deeper relaxation than harsh artificial brightness. Warmth matters as well. A sunlit patch on the floor or a blanket that holds residual body heat can create a physical invitation to release tension. When physical comfort aligns with emotional security, the body responds naturally. There is something profoundly telling about where a cat chooses to relax completely. If they select a central area of the home rather than a hidden corner, it suggests confidence. If they relax near you, perhaps even touching you lightly, it indicates that your presence is associated with safety rather than unpredictability. This does not mean they are dependent. It means you are integrated into their stable landscape. Trust in human presence. Many people are surprised the first time their cat falls into deep sleep beside them. Belly exposed, paws twitching in dreams. It can feel like an honor, and in many ways it is. Cats do not reveal vulnerability easily. The abdomen is one of the most delicate areas of their body. To expose it without tension is to communicate that no immediate threat is expected. However, complete relaxation near a human is not only about affection. It is about consistency. Cats trust patterns more than promises. If your movements are steady, your voice remains gentle, and your reactions are predictable, your presence becomes part of the safety equation. Over time, the cat's body learns that it does not need to remain braced when you are nearby. This is why abrupt gestures or loud interruptions can disrupt deep rest so quickly. The nervous system shifts back into alertness with remarkable speed. Yet, in a stable environment, the return to relaxation becomes easier each time. Trust is not erased by a single disturbance, but it is strengthened by ongoing calm. social bonds, and emotional climate. Complete relaxation is also influenced by the emotional climate of the household. Cats are perceptive to subtle changes in mood. Elevated tension between humans, hurried energy, or chronic stress can prevent full bodily release even if the environment appears physically safe. They do not analyze these shifts cognitively, but they feel them. In multi-cat homes, social harmony plays a significant role. If there is underlying competition or territorial dispute, true relaxation may be rare. A cat who relaxes fully in a shared space likely feels secure not only in their human relationships but also in their feline social structure. There is a quiet beauty in observing a cat who trusts their environment so deeply that they drift into dream state without resistance. It reflects a web of stability woven from many threads: routine, gentle handling, predictable responses, and the absence of persistent threat signals. The physical signs of complete release. When a cat reaches profound relaxation, subtle physiological changes occur. The paws may flex lightly in sleep, whiskers twitching in dream imagery we cannot access. Sometimes a soft snore escapes, a sound that would never emerge in guarded rest. The spine curves naturally rather than holding subtle rigidity. Even the ears, usually attuned to the faintest vibration, rest without constant repositioning. This state allows the body to repair and restore. Muscles that carry microtension throughout the day are given a chance to reset. Digestion functions more efficiently. The immune system operates optimally. In this sense, complete relaxation is not indulgence. It is biological necessity, yet it remains selective. Cats choose when and where to enter it. They assess conditions continuously. When you witness it, you are seeing the outcome of thousands of small evaluations resolving in favor of safety. Why it matters. It is easy to overlook these moments because they appear ordinary. A sleeping cat on a sofa does not demand attention. But beneath that stillness lies a profound statement. It says, "This territory is stable." It says, "The beings within it are predictable." It says, "For now, I do not need to guard." In a world that can be overstimulating and unpredictable, offering an environment where a cat can relax completely is an act of quiet care. It is less about constant interaction and more about emotional steadiness. Cats do not require elaborate displays of affection to feel secure. They require reliability. If your cat has not yet shown you this depth of relaxation, patience is essential. Security develops gradually. Each calm interaction adds to a reservoir of trust. Each predictable day reinforces safety. Over time, you may notice the subtle shift when their body finally lets go fully in your presence. The gift of being chosen. There is something profoundly humbling about being present when a cat surrenders to sleep without reserve. It is not ownership that creates this. It is earned familiarity. It is the accumulation of moments where nothing harmful followed vulnerability. When a cat relaxes completely, they are not performing affection. They are responding to an environment that feels reliable enough to lower every defense. In that soft curve of fur and breath, there is a silent acknowledgement that the world, at least within these walls, does not demand constant vigilance. And perhaps there is something we can learn from that. The ability to release tension requires conditions of trust. It requires spaces where unpredictability is minimal and presence is steady. Cats remind us that safety is not declared. It is experienced. The next time you see your cat fully relaxed, paws loose and breathing deep, pause before you move. Notice the atmosphere that made that moment possible. Notice the quiet consistency of your shared routine. That stillness is not accidental. It is the result of countless subtle affirmations of safety. If this perspective changed the way you see your cat's deepest rest, stay with us. Subscribe and continue exploring the quiet emotional architecture of feline life. There is meaning hidden in their softness, and together we can keep learning how to recognize it. Until next time, protect the calm spaces in your home. Somewhere nearby, a small body may be waiting to trust them completely.